I don't think there are many people who are headlining on the Pyramid stage on a Saturday night who would take the time out to have a little bit of a chat pre-gig. So this is quite something that Adele has decided to do this. You're either mad or you're actually just very brave.
I think I'm a bit mad. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Okay, take this as a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me about when you came to Glastonbury as a child, the very first time.
Well, the very first time, I don't remember the very first time. I was very, very young, but I remember it was muddy. I remember it being one of the worst years, and I remember seeing garbage and being like, I want to do that. I remember doing that for sure. But being in the circus field, there's a lot of photographs tonight of me at Glastonbury during my set, actually, from when I was younger. But that's what's kind of made me want to do it, is because I grew up at festivals, and Glastonbury is a massive part of my life.
And the first time that you played at Glastonbury, in fact the only time you played at Glastonbury?
I played once. I played the Guardian tent to no one, and then a downpour, so everyone rushed in and spoke over me. But I think it was 2007 in the T tent, and I went on just before Florence.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
yeah, it was amazing.
And did you do the whole Glastonbury experience? I'm sure you did.
Oh,
you
yeah.
camped?
Yeah, oh yeah. Lost my mates. My manager was just like moaning about the Winnebagos. I was like, well, I used to be here in the mud, like in a tent, in someone else's tent with nowhere to stay, and then you used to have to like blag a tent, like blag a space in the little archway of their tent. Yeah, always, yeah. But yeah, I was drunk. I don't.
So you came last year as well?
I came last year to semi-scope it out, semi-see Kanye on the Saturday night, and I don't know, I watched it with Emily, Kanye's set, and I was so frightened just watching his set, and at the same time I said, yeah, all right, I'll do it.
What made you do it?
I think Glastonbury's going to end up being a big part of my kid's life as well, and I want to be able to say to him, oh yeah, that old thing, yeah, I did that, yeah. I want it to be a part of his childhood as well, and so I want him to see me do it.
So your proper debut is headlining the Pyramid stage on the Saturday night. I'm not saying that to make you sick or anything.
I was as nervous when I did the Guardian tent as I am now, but it's mad. Like my nerves, I keep bursting into tears and feeling sick. Earlier I felt like driving home, and I could have got home before my set, but now I'm here, I'm stuck.
And how did the arena tour, those shows that you did, how did they prepare you for doing this?
I love arenas, only because there's so many people to talk to. And it's like, I don't know if I'm going to pull it off tonight. I want to talk. I don't want to ignore my crowd. I want to be like, whether there's 10 of you or like 10,000 of you, or hopefully a few more than that, but I won't be bothered. As long as they're happy to come and see my set, I want to chat to them. I want to know who they are, what their favourite colour is. It'd be interesting to see if it works.
Yeah, if you can reach out to them
because
physically,
I
how you'll
can't
be able
not
to
talk
do
to
that.
them. I'm going to go in it. If they get wet, I'll get wet.
So how do you adapt your set and what you're doing? You're not going to have dancers. There won't be
Oh my God,
pyrotechnics.
imagine I'll be dancing. No dancers. I've got my orchestra, so that would be quite nice. And I've got my band. I don't know, nothing. I haven't got any bells or whistles.
And have you got any outstanding memories of bands and performances you've seen in the past, whether it was on television or when you were here? Like the great moments of Glastonbury for you?
Well, Arctic Monkeys, not that that's them, that's Large Shadow Puppets, but those have always been my favourite. Zap Mama, do you remember Zap Mama?
No.
That was an African singer. She was bloody amazing. She was literally like the first Beyonce, I swear to God. She was amazing. So she was in the jazz field years and years ago, but that was amazing.
What about Beyonce? Did you watch Beyonce?
On TV I did. I think I was in America when she headlined it.
And what did you think when you watched her?
Well, she's like my idol, isn't she? Everyone knows that.
But she aced it when she played Glastonbury.
Yeah,
I mean,
and she kept leaving the stage to throw up because she was pregnant. Do you remember she said that?
Did
she said that she kept walking off stage to throw up. That's not exclusive, by the way. I saw that on TV one time.
So if you exit the stage, you're not pregnant.
No,
you're not throwing up.
I don't want any more kids. I'm trying to think what my highlight has ever been. You know what? I'm actually going to say it was Basement Jaxx when I was 16.
I think I remember that.
And they stood in. Did they stand in for Kylie?
Yeah, they did.
And it was the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's just like a carnival.
They're one of those bands. It's like you don't realise how many songs they have that you know. Like, so that was probably my favourite, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And Coldplay obviously always smash it.
Advice? Have you had any advice from headliners in the past, like Florence maybe, or Coldplay?
I saw Florence. She came to one of my London shows, and she was like, "It's going to be great. Don't worry about it." And then Chris has been really helpful. I spoke to Chris yesterday actually, and I cried a lot. I was like, I'm really emotional about it. He said, "This is the worst things that could happen. Your sound will probably cut out for you, but don't worry about that because it happens to everyone. If it rains, you will fall over in front of potentially 100,000 people. Someone will try and throw something at you, probably a bottle of piss or like a pat of mud, but it won't be spiteful. It'll just be off their face." That's what he said. So, goals. Fight.
Thanks, Chris.